Hey guys, Dave Nelson here, one of the founding partners of Vertura Family Office. Today I'm going to give you a run through everything about our revolutionary wealth planning system, how it works, and why it was created, a lot of the problems with traditional finance. And just to give you a little bit about my background, I spent 15 years as an entrepreneur before moving into the financial planning space. And the funny thing is, I always remember in my first few days working for one of the big firms, I said to one of the mentors, I said, "Oh, so we get paid 1.5% of assets under management and it grows every year." I'm like, "Wow, how much do we beat the market by?" And he looks at me and goes, "Oh, we don't." And I was like, "Wow, that's a lot of money to not beat the market." And fortunately, that was a good company. And they said, "Hey, we do a lot of planning and tax minimization strategies, etc." But it was at that moment, my first week, I was like, "Wow, this industry is broken," because he later educated me. He goes, "Hey, most people don't. They just do wealth management, manage the funds, don't beat the market, and end up making millions of dollars." But let's get into it. Our VFO empowers medium to high net worth individuals and families with personalized, unbiased, and cost effective strategies to secure and grow their wealth. And traditionally, only super wealthy families, 10, 20, 50, 100 million net worth, would have access to a family office style setup. We're able to offer that to everyday people on their come up in building wealth for a very small fraction of the price with incredible speed and accuracy and depth because of the AI world. In this presentation, we're going to reveal how our innovative model can save you millions, simplify your financial life, and unlock opportunities that traditional planning often misses. So we're going to go over a bunch of stuff today. The first two sections will just be about the brutal truth about the financial planning industry, the broken cookie cutter systems that don't really work in this modern day and age, why you may want to shift to a VFO, how we quarterback everything, the power of AI and all the things it does, how it works, and how you can get your free AI analysis. And if you stay to the end, I will show you a very short summary of a client single session, and you'll be shocked, I think, how much incredible work and strategies can be done in one simple session with just one prompt. We've got over 50 AI analyses that we can run. That was one. Okay, so let's get into it. So, as I mentioned earlier, I saw a problem with the financial planning model the day I started. I always say the financial planning industry is generally run by dinosaurs built on outdated systems that prioritize advisor profits over your wealth and prioritize the firm. And here's the brutal truth: most big firms overcharge, deliver very little, and can cost you 20% plus of your retirement nest egg. That small 1% to 2% asset under management sounds small. Lifetime compound interest, it's in the millions for many, many Americans. And with cost of living and taxes going up, you got to save. You got to hold on to every dollar. So most financial advisors charge 1% to 2% of assets under management, as I mentioned, and there's also fees in the things they put you in with mutual funds and other products they sell, et cetera, with kickbacks. Okay. Studies show over 80% of actively managed funds underperform the S&P, which you can get for free over a 10-year period. I actually found other studies that said 90, but I went conservative. So, if the greatest financial minds and strategists, the best pitch decks, the fancy office, the nice coffee on entrance, if they don't beat the market, how does anyone? And generally, if anyone's saying they consistently beat the market, they're probably lying because they'd be managing hundreds of billions of dollars if they could consistently do it. So, how does one beat the market? Okay, well, we don't get stuck only with your traditional investment accounts. Okay, we can layer in things like alternate assets, alternate investment, same, by saving you millions with smart tax strategies. It's not about how much you earn, it's how much you can keep. By protecting you from problems from market downturns, health issues, sequence of return issues, a whole bunch of problems that kill people's retirements, and by managing distribution to maximize income. Many financial advisors are just wealth managers. They provide little to no tax advice, no withdrawal strategies, estate planning, or retirement optimization. They're just managing the wealth, and the data suggests they don't do that a great a job of it for what they charge. 99% of advisors follow the 4% rule and a 60-40 folio split. The 4% rule universally is used, and it basically means you withdraw 4% of your nest egg every year in retirement. Why is this such a problem? Because $1 million only equals $40,000 per year, minus fees, taxes, etc., etc. It was designed for a world of stable markets and high bond yields. Today, with longer lifespans, volatile markets, and low interest rates, this rule is obsolete. New study I read yesterday said it should be closer to 3.2 based on this strategy and this economy that we're in. Following it blindly risks depleting your folio prematurely or forcing you to live well below your means. So why do advisors leave all your money in an outdated 60-40 folio and follow the rule? Well, as you probably guessed, it pays the most AUM fees. Okay, they get paid no matter if the market goes up or down. What if there was a way you could restructure your portfolio to offer more protection, eliminate risks, and provide some years 5, 6, 7, and 8% withdrawals in certain scenarios? Now, we can't guarantee this because we don't know what the world's going to do, but we've run deep simulations and stress tests to show how this may work for you. Traditional advisors rely on one-size-fits-all strategies. They're normally templated. Think mutual funds and generic portfolios that ignore your unique goals or interests, such as maybe real estate, maybe you're a crypto guy, crypto bro, or you like alternative private investments, buying businesses, whatever it may be. They'll generally say no to all those, never do them, and almost lecture you for looking at it because you're costing them. Not only are they losing AUM fees, but they just don't understand it, and they're not allowed to. They're not allowed to advise on that stuff. Okay, so that's one of the. It's not all. I shouldn't say. Financial advisors are not the devil. They're just very well paid in a firm favored model, for lack of better words. So certified financial planners can be amazing. They do a lot of the stuff we're talking about, but you'll pay for it. Often charge 12, 20. My first mentor charged $20,000 for a plan, plus AUM, plus kickbacks on different products. And the problem with that is they're normally working for a big firm, so they're going to have a buyer selling the in-house products, et cetera, et cetera. Now, everyone always asks, why doesn't my accountant do all of this? Well, certain accountants will. I know some good accountants that charge 10, 30, 50 grand a year for tax planning. Your traditional accountant, especially if you're on a budget, you've got someone that's doing it at a cheap cost, they're just filing your taxes. They're just getting through as much of it as they can. They're not getting paid to do it all. Okay, so there's a little bit of a disconnect there. These outdated systems, including the 4% rule and even 401k reliance or Social Security reliance, erode your wealth, limit your flexibility, and leave you with suboptimal results. So why may you want to shift to a VFO model? First off, we're a one-stop shop integration with flexibility, with comprehensive team of specialists across insurance. We've got wealth managers in-house, retirement planners in-house. We actually outsource estate planning attorneys, reasons I won't go into on depth today. And we integrate and run the communication lines, creating a streamlined, holistic approach. I learned this. I was in wellness. One of my first businesses in wellness, and we said no system in the body works in isolation. So therefore should never be treated as such. Finance is the same. Your financial plan all integrates. It needs to speak together as one ecosystem. Advanced AI-powered, unbiased insights. We leverage cutting-edge AI to analyze your financial situation objectively, free from the bias of commission-driven advisors. Our algorithms identify opportunities like tax-efficient alternatives to 401ks that traditional planners will often miss. Our AI stress testing is far more advanced than even the big firms, often stuck and slow to move with advanced simulations. So most advisors use a Monte Carlo, and they'll do some simulations, which is very, very basic, but they don't want to do too many. It takes a lot of time to build a financial plan and use outdated software, so they're resistant to do it. We can spit out 50 different analyses by request in a couple of minutes. So we can put in 10 times more work for the clients and not destroy our, if we're paying someone to do it, there's not an expense on wages and time. So we are able to provide a lot more, a lot faster for a lot less. That's the magic of the model. Traditionally, these outdated softwares took too much time, and I already went into that. So we have over 50 AI simulations, from decision-making around buying a business, from stress testing different retirement strategies, from estate planning strategies, what type of insurance coverage you need, what carriers you should go with, everything in between. We've categorized it all for you, and our clients can click a request button and we will create them for you. Compliance-wise with AI, we can't give you direct access to AI. That is currently uncompliant, and hopefully it stays that way. So what we need to do is we run the scenario for you, review it to the appropriate specialist, and then run you through what it says so you can make an educated decision. We have unmatched flexibility. Unlike rigid traditional models, our VFO adapts to your unique goals and tastes, whether you're wanting to do real estate, startups, traditional markets, non-traditional, whatever it may be. We move beyond the limitations of the 4% rule, 401ks, to create tailored strategies suited to your unique style, wants, and needs. As I mentioned, lightning fast comparisons. We can just do so much in such fast timeframes, and I'll show you that at the end. We did that in 5 minutes, and you'll be shocked how strong the strategy is in just one simple analysis. We'll do a lot more, but I just wanted to show you the power of one. And we can do a lot more continued optimization. Our AI monitors market trends, tax law changes, and your financial situation in real time. We give all our clients a live fact finder. So you change jobs, you sell a house, upload it there, we get notified instantly. Okay, really cool stuff. Higher touch service, our team provides personalized high touch support, including quarterly reviews, 7-day-a-week access, and seamless coordination across all your financial needs. The AI-powered approach means you get smarter, faster, and more personalized wealth planning without the bloated cost of a traditional firm or family office. So how does this all work? Really, really simple. Book in for your free AI-powered analysis. You need to have at least 150K of household income and or in significant investable assets. You'll be able to schedule a complimentary AI-driven financial analysis. It's obligation-free. All we do is meet with you. We get to know, do a fact finder with you, get to know what's important to you, what your concerns are, dreams, aspirations. Then we go put the AI to work. And then in step 2, we'll take you through the recommendations and show you all the different strategies that have come up as highly recommended in order of sequence of implementation. Now, if you would like to engage us to assist with any of those recommendations, obviously we can do that. And if you want to get a step further and just say, hey, my mind is blown here. I want to be all in on this. I want an online portal. I want to be able to request analysis year round. It is only $97 a month. I'm not selling you it today. I want you to see how it works before you sign up for even a small cost of $97, and you can cancel anytime. We back our product, and you'll get access to a full back end. And in here, you'll be able to store securely all your important files in one hub. We'll be able to connect you with specialists. We'll be able to drop in all of our analyses for you, connect you with a certain specialist, live dashboard, the whole 9 yards. So won't go into too much of that today because I'm not trying to sell you anything at all. But if you have time, I'll show you a quick client case study, which was done in one meeting. And I want to show you, and this is very summarized just for video purposes. So we had a married couple with children living in Irvine, just near me, $500,000 in income, expecting to increase that to over $1 million in the coming year, probably a little bit more because there was some selling of shares going on as well. Had about 1.1 across all their accounts, not doing a hell of a lot, some high fees in those that we're talking with them about now on reducing those. But overall, they're overpaying taxes, no tax strategy, no legal entity protection, no insurance, and they got kids, paying high hedge fund and AUM fees, no clear retirement strategy, and they had a large retirement gap for people making quite good money. Even in California, 500K is pretty strong. You might argue that with the cost of living. So we ran a quick diagnostic. This is just an overall plan. We have a lot more specialized analysis inside all these sections, but the initial outcome and recommendation was switch to an S Corp. You'll save 13 grand a year immediately on taxes. Set up the solo 401k. You'll get the 27.2 deduction. Cash balance plan for when the income increases. We'll write off at least 80 grand there, potentially more. Hiring the spouse from the Augusta rule is another 20 odd there. Some small ones there with the health savings account. Some potential extra deductions that they missed. They're going to get into real estate for obvious reasons. They're looking into the cost segregation study. And there was some opportunities with federal tax credits. They might not do all of those, but we're looking at a 200K odd tax saving. Now, we're putting a lot of that to work with compounding interest for retirement as well. Some other things we do is we set them up with a whole life strategy plus term for the short term. That'll create them with the cash value around 50 to 100K tax-free income in retirement if they want to use it that way. They might just use it for a rainy day for their kids, buy a house, deposits, college, education, whatever it may be. We're about to do the Roth conversion strategy analysis with them and just see how much we want to convert each year and put a bit of a roadmap moving forward for that. We're still investigating moving forward a plan with the real estate tax efficient strategies with the exchanges as they grow and expand. And they've got a really complex estate plan. I won't go into details today, but we connected them with a great attorney that can do with the complexities that they are facing. So quick before and after, no tax strategy, 240K a year, no legal or insurance protection. That's all sorted. Poor investment performance and high fees. We're going to help them with that. They're still in the process of that as we speak. No retirement roadmap to a defined plan to close the 5.74 million gap so they can retire comfortably. So these are a bit wish-washy numbers because, I mean, you know, we've probably created them an extra $5 or $7 million. We didn't really create it. We just redirected, not giving all the money to Uncle Sam into a smarter vehicle. But we're going to save a lot in taxes over the coming years from multiple different avenues, immediate income save as well, and we help them with the retirement gap. So that's just a really broad overview of it. Very quick 2-minute summary. But the next steps, if you want to try this out, I highly encourage you to meet with us, get to know, so we can get to know you. We'll run you an analysis, see what gaps you have. And then if you do need help, we may know someone that can be of assistance. Thanks for joining me today. Look forward to speaking to you, hopefully on the other side.